Hello and welcome back. Today is our final day in our countdown. It's Christmas Eve, and today's story is Mickey's Christmas Magic. It was the night before Christmas, and Donald, Daisy, Goofy, and Minnie had all gathered at Mickey's house to await Santa's arrival together. As they were drinking their hot chocolate and eating cookies, they heard a sudden noise from the roof. "What was that?" asked Mickey. From the window, Mickey saw a wrapped present fall from the sky and land right in his garden. "It's raining presents," he said to his friends, amazed. Goofy and Donald rushed outside to look. As the rest of the friends ran out of the house, they found a reindeer eating flowers in Mickey's garden. "That's Rudolph, Santa Claus's reindeer!" exclaimed Goofy. "How do you know it's really him?" asked Donald doubtfully. Goofy, without hesitation, replied, "He's the only reindeer to have a red nose. It lights up and helps show Santa the way." "How come on Christmas Eve Rudolph, the head of Santa's reindeer team, isn't attached to the sleigh?" said Mickey. "Look how many presents there are on the street." "Something must have happened," said Minnie worriedly. A trail of presents wound along the street and the front lawns. "I have an idea," exclaimed Mickey. "Let's follow the trail of presents and see where it leads." "I'll bring Rudolph with us," said Goofy. Soon they came across Santa's sleigh. A ski from the sleigh had broken off during what appeared to have been a daring landing. The huge bag full of gifts had opened, scattering presents everywhere. "Oh boy," said Mickey. "It is his, and those are Santa's elves," said Donald excitedly. 3 of Santa's elves came out of a house opposite them. The group of friends stared with mouths open. "Is everything all right?" Minnie asked the discouraged elves, concerned. "Just before leaving, Santa Claus slipped on ice and sprained his ankle," explained one of the elves. "He insisted that he wanted to go with us, but we left him to rest, promising him that we'd take care of everything. And instead, we've had one disaster after another," said another elf, sobbing. Mickey and his friends knew what they had to do. "Let us help you," said Mickey enthusiastically. "Everything will be fine. To start with, let's sort out these crumpled packages. There are lots, but together we'll be able to fix them in no time," said Minnie happily as she set to work with the elves and Mickey. Out in the garden, Goofy finalized his plan with Pluto. "I've got a wonderful idea for finding and rounding up the reindeer. I'll prepare a trail of cookie pieces to attract them. It's bait they can't resist," he said. While up in the attic, Daisy suggested the perfect way to fix Santa's sleigh. "I think we can use these old skis to repair the sleigh," she said. "That's an excellent idea," said Donald happily. "I'll take them right away. Leave it to me." With teamwork, even the toughest tasks and most difficult situations can be resolved in the nick of time. Never give up hope. Thanks to Daisy's brilliant idea and everyone's work, the sleigh was finally ready to fly again. The preparations were finally finished, and while Mickey familiarized himself with the sleigh's controls, Minnie and Daisy loaded the newly wrapped presents into Santa's sack. Then they were ready to leave. The elves hooked up the reindeer to the sleigh, and Pluto greeted his new friends, wagging his tail happily among them. There was hope of saving Christmas after all. "You're very good at driving the sleigh, Mickey," said Minnie admiringly as soon as they took off. "It's all Rudolph who's a wonderful leader for the other reindeer," replied Mickey. A whistle from Mickey had been enough to lift the sleigh into the sky. The repairs seemed to have worked, and the reindeer were ready to deliver presents to all the children around the world. Taking Santa Claus's place is no joke, and the first to notice this was Goofy, who burned himself in a lit fireplace. But he rolled up his sleeves and kept delivering the presents. There was still lots of work to do. Donald, on the other hand, soon discovered an advantage of doing one of the most difficult jobs in the world. Children always leave generous and tasty treats for the one who gets covered in soot to bring them their gifts. After an extremely long journey around the world, Mickey and his friends finished Santa Claus's deliveries, taking the final gift to the last child. It was Minnie who sneaked down the chimney to deliver the long-awaited package underneath the Christmas tree. When the last present was finally delivered, everyone hugged, happy to have finished in time. The adventure with Santa's elves had come to an end, but the elves had one last surprise for Mickey and his friends. The chief elf asked Mickey and his pals to climb back aboard the sleigh. He took them to the North Pole to meet Santa Claus, who thanked them for saving Christmas. The end. Merry Christmas. Thank you for reading with me. Don't forget to subscribe for more stories. Goodbye.